And here we go then. This is our final random match that is set up by me, utilising some of the new stuff on this year's game. This is going to be a intergender tag team match, whatever they call these days. Or mixed match, whatever they're called. So we've gone for a couple of real-life couples, Andrade and Charlotte versus Seth and Becky. So it'll be interesting to see which one of these two come out on top and how this match type works. So are they allowed to break up pins? Or do they actually just have to stay where they are? I don't know how this is going to work, to be honest. We'll have to sort of find out together. Now, I would like to, at some point, potentially do a mixed match challenge tournament. I'm thinking this year, if I'm not going to touch the universe mode for a while until they've fixed all the problems and we've got the community creations working properly, maybe tournaments is the way to go. And I'm thinking a mixed match challenge tag team tournament would be a nice way to start things off. Nice roll up there by Becky Lynch. It's rolled back through by Charlotte. I've got a feeling that the men are not going to be allowed to come in and break up pinfalls in this game. And vice versa probably as well. I reckon that if the pin does happen and there's enough or even a submission, I reckon that the outside partners are not going to come in to break it up. It's an interesting stance by WWE. They seem very against the male and female competition, whereas some of the other companies around, I mean, we've seen with Impact recently with Tessa Blanchard doing incredibly well at the top end of the card, and AEW as well. We've seen a few bits of AEW with the likes of Karma and that, so it'd be interesting, awesome comms, let's say. It'd be interesting to see if WWE do follow suit and allow those sort of matches to happen. I mean, we have seen it in the past when Karma came in and she powerbombed, I think it was Dolph Ziggler in the Rumble and stuff like that, so we have seen it in the past, but it'd be interesting to maybe allow someone like Becky Lynch to take on one of the men and just showcase how good she actually is. Or even, of course, we saw it, I suppose, didn't we, at Mania a couple of years ago, Ronda Rousey's in-ring debut as she took down Triple H and stuff like that. So we have seen it in spits and spats, but the game is very much against it. Nice running knee. And there's the tag, and obviously both men have to leave the ring and the women replace. Although Andrade stayed in the ring for a moment. He is on his way out now. Becky now, nice DDT. And okay, I see. So the tag team maneuvers are more. Okay, that's an interesting way of doing it, actually. That's I do like that, the way they've done that. So they just sort of work in unison to take down the opponent's sort of in symmetry, I suppose. So that was pretty cool, actually. I like that. Seth now taking him down with that package fisherman suplex. Now brings Andrade back up to his feet, but Andrade fighting back. Pushing Seth away and into that Hurricanrana. Seth slowly getting back up to his feet. Andrade stalking. Charlotte seems to have bugged out. She's just stood there on the outside, just staring at Becky. Not quite sure what's happening. Andrade now dropkick through the ropes. The referee managed to get himself in the way. Yeah, Charlotte seems to have bugged out. She's just stood there staring at Becky now. So, looks like Andrade is not going to be able to make a tag anytime soon, is he? Andrade bringing Seth back up. Seth fighting back with the jawbreaker. Charlotte still bugged out, just staring. Seth now back of the ring. Referee doesn't seem to want to count either. There's no count out to this type of match, is there not? Or is it because Charlotte's bugged out? I'm not quite sure what's going on here, to be honest with you. Andrade now brings Seth back up to his feet. Or vice versa, should I say. Nice Saito suplex there by Seth, middle of the ring. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about what's going on here with Charlotte, and maybe if Seth was to make the tag, maybe that would fix it, or would that break it? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. There's the curb stomp. Either way, this could be the end of the match. Charlotte does come in, and yeah, they're not allowed to break him, apparently. That's interesting. Very buggy, as we'd expect from this year's game. With Charlotte getting stuck where she was. She did manage to fix herself and move, but of course it doesn't look like the men and the women are allowed to interact with each other. Therefore, when the pin actually took place, nothing... Well, there was no real fix, was there, really? I did like this sort of tag team move. I thought that was pretty cool. But there we go. You see Charlotte slides in the ring and then just slowly walks past the pin. It's a... I don't know. I see what they're trying to do. They don't want to encourage the combination of men and women in violence, but at the same time, it just looks stupid. It really does look stupid, the fact that there was a pinfall there, the match was about to finish, and Charlotte just walked straight past it. But there we go. That's the end of all my matches, by the way. I've got a few more matches on the list, but we're going to start going from your suggestions then as of tomorrow. So, of course, if you do have any suggestions for random matches, drop them down in the comment section down below. Of course, if you want to use people that are not in the game, I've got no problem doing that, but it might take a little bit longer to get uploaded because we will wait until there's a good core for whoever it is you're requesting before we actually do it. So it might take a bit longer. But either way, please like and subscribe and all that other good stuff, and I will see you again tomorrow for another WWE 2K20 random match. Bye. The 1, 2, 3.